Hi, hello, g'day, kia ora, welcome to the studio. Today I'm just going to do a quick flip through of a couple of journals I've been making as part of a bundle of paper bag journals or paper bag cover journals, along with my journal that I'll be using for Dephemerember. You have to excuse the colourful fingers, but as you can tell, I've been inking. Anyway, a lot in this bundle of journals, I wanted to make a couple. These are a couple of gift journals. One is for a friend of mine in Australia who I've known for absolute years. She and I were scrapbookers way back, and I'm trying to bring her to the dark side of junk journal making. I know she's watched quite a few of my videos. She hasn't actually seen a junk journal in person, so she's about to, as soon as it gets there, which, knowing New Zealand Post and Australia Post, could take forever. The other journal is going to another friend that I met through YouTube, and this was someone I met last Dephemerember. They're in the States, and I wanted to send a little something to them to say, hey, you are appreciated. Thank you for being part of my world, my circle, my bundle of friends. So we'll flip through them. So I'll start with this one here. Now, this originally was going to have a different cover, but then I found this fabric in my stash, and my friend Chelle loves purple, so the other cover is now another journal, so just add another one to my list, and she's getting this instead. So isn't that just gorgeous? Now, I've left the cover very plain, more so that Chelle can put anything on the front if she wants, or just see kind of what the construction is. So inside, because it's all like nice and cute here, and then we get because she's into very much sort of the gothic style of, you know, all sorts, but particularly humour. She has very dry, dark humour. And her and I bonded over a mutual love of Rocky Horror Picture Show. So, yep, anything dark and gruesome, definitely. I've kind of tried to put in a lot of purple things through here. I've used some 12 by 12 scrapbook papers that I've cut down. So these are those. And then just a selection of different papers that we in the junk journal will know, but someone who's maybe new to it wouldn't really know. So we've got 12 by 12, and I used some of the extra fabric and just turned those into fabric tabs. And each, there's just 2 signatures here. Didn't want to overwhelm her, but each signature is sort of laid out the same in that it's got 4 sheets of, or 4 bits of the cut down 12 by 12, and I've cut them with decorative edges, or either cut or paper tearing with my paper tear rulers, to give it a decorative edge. So these are scissors. Then we've got some like French book pages, tea or coffee dyed, ledger paper, envelopes with end sealed with the end cut off, tea and coffee dyed paper, scrapbook paper, book pages out of writing books, school books, dictionary papers. I've left it kind of plain, again, transitioning from scrapbooking, so if Chelle wants to, she can just turn this into a scrapbook album and put photos in here, so there aren't a lot of like pockets. Cartoon book pages in there, ledger, pages from children's books, M for Michelle because that's her proper name, but I just call her Chelle, it's all I've known her as. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Not pamphlet stitch, just no, it is a pamphlet stitch because tied around the top, 2 hole. Other side of the pocket of the envelope. That's what it's called, Paula. It's an envelope. Second signature. The envelope from our census, because it had the purple on it. I knew I was holding on to it for a reason. Tea and coffee dyed. Maths paper. Book pages. Yeah, and I love the way that, because this had a white core, using the tearing ruler made it look really awesome. Just bits and pieces. And then it's a different page, but from the same book in the centre there. I love this page, it's quite cool. Who knew that there was so much of interest about the way that locomotives were set up? More tea and coffee dyed paper. Here's the back of that page. Back of the census envelope. And there's a pocket in the back here. And I use the same fabric from the outside and inside here. And there'll be some fabric scraps inside here for you, Chelle, so you can add them to your journal. So now the second one here, and this is for Heather. Now this fabric here is what we call some Kiwiana fabric, and there's a whole range of fabric that we can get here that are Kiwi icons. Like this is the Pahutakawa, we've got the Tui, and of course the Kiwi bird, Ko-Fi, Kiwi fruit, and jandals. So a lot of Kiwiness, seeing as it's going to the States. And then this absolutely adorable fabric. I just love this fabric. Like kids' clothing, and the dots look so cool. And fabric scraps for you as well, Heather. So they will be in the pocket in the back of your journal. So here we are. I've included, and there's again 2 signatures in this. And started off with some, and I've tried to keep kind of a pinky, pink and green type narrative throughout this. And this, I absolutely love this piece of scrapbook paper. And I love that it was double-sided. And I used the top for something else. And then thought, oh no, that scrap will fit into this journal. In this journal, I've done some stenciling and some stamping onto some of the blank pages, but there's still plenty of writing space. You can write over the top there. And these are just it's a rose printable that I've got, and I can't remember who it's from. I'm not sure if it was a freebie mini kit or not, but I just had all the bits together and thought, no, that colouring was perfect for this with the pink and green. So again, included some pages out of children's books. This is one of the printables, and just I love the stamping over it. All different stamps, little envelopes into fold outs and tuck spots there. And this is a page from a vintage New Zealand like homemaker's book. There was a whole lot of there was recipes, there was sewing, there was all tips that like a housewife would like to know from back in the maybe 30s, 40s, 50s era. And some of them are just so interesting, and recipes that I know I remember having back even in the 70s. That just lots of interest there. So this is like New Zealand life back in the day. Got like scrapbook paper, fold out envelopes, and there's a little card in there. Oh, come out, journal card. Why aren't you coming out? Have you stuck in there? Okay, yep, that's better. Oh no, it's not a journal card. It's a little notelet that came in the kit. And I just thought that was so cute. Right, flip that over. Music pages. These are from a hymnal that I found in a second-hand store. I like that it had the little notes pages in the kit. These are pages out of, I think they were a freebie in a magazine, and I think it might have been a Flow magazine or something like that. But I thought you could either cut them up or leave them in as pages. But yeah, very cool idea. And then again, this was also from that same magazine. I included this as a centre page, and then figured that if Heather wanted to, she could always cut these tags out and use the centre page. Binding was done. It's 5 holes, and I use this variegated waxed thread that it's my all-time favourite thread. I love it. This is the back of the thing. I've got a belly band and tab out of a stitched snippet strip, and then the tag that was part of the kit has got some of the champagne sari silk ribbon that I've got that I imported from overseas. All different stamps. I pretty much went through my stash and just said, what are the cool stamps that I've got, and let's just use them, because I haven't used them for a while. Now, I hear this is a because there was, I think, 4 of these mini envelopes, so I didn't want to adhere all of them in place, so a couple of them are held on with these mini heart paper clips, and I used the rose gold so that it would go with the pink of the journal. But I wanted these removable so that Heather could either use them separately or put them in another journal, move them throughout this journal, do whatever. And they're poking out so that they look like tabs as well. Multi-use. And then there's I think there was 2 large journals in the 2 large envelopes in the kit, or maybe 1. So I've just attached that over the back page here, again with one of those mini heart paper clips. So again, I love this double-sided scrapbooking paper, 12 by 12. I inked through the stencil here, wet it, and then used it as a stamp, and I love the way that turned out. Awesome. It's another one of those envelopes, large envelope, and these were ones that I found at a second-hand store, or a resource centre, I should say. This is another page out of that same June magazine. Tea and coffee dyed papers, more music from the hymnal book. That's more from the kit. Another one of the note pages. And then that's the last one from the book. Celebrate every tiny victory. And I loved that it was pink. Perfect for this journal. The second of the large envelopes. And again, they're removable. So you can post them. Use them in another journal. Do what you want. I like this to be, you know, as versatile as possible. And then I did a second belly band and created a tab there, and so it folds over from one side and just tucks over to create that tab. I think that looks really cool. And back of the envelope. And this is another envelope, but this one I've glued it down just on this edge here. So there's actually a little wee pocket here too. So I hope you like that, Heather. It's just a very quick thank you from me to you. While I'm here, I shall put your fabric in your pocket, if I can open it. And I hope you enjoy it and get plenty of use out of it. And yeah, just enjoy a little piece of New Zealand's Kiwiana from me to you. So they will be going out in the post tomorrow, which means they've already been posted, given that it'll take me a couple of days to get that video edited and on YouTube. But thank you for spending a little bit of time with me to see these lovely journals, which I absolutely loved making. I used the process that Barbara from 49 Dragonflies does for her planner journals. So there's a paper bag in through the middle of the cover, fabric on both sides. I love how that makes it thicker, but it's also still very flexible. So I will definitely be doing that some more. So anyway, thank you very much for spending time with me in the studio. I look forward to seeing you back again very soon. Bye for now.